as of the 21st of this month. I signed Proclamation number 1081, placing the entire Philippines under martial law.
In a matter of 3-4 minutes, it could be all over, you know. And I may not be able to talk to you again after this. So this is the danger, the big danger.
What would we have gained? Politically, financially, nothing. He was no threat to us, absolutely no threat. And when he comes here on broad daylight, he will be shot dead. That's not typical of Filipino in the first place, that there's always some kind of the Filipinos have, if they will do something, they love life, they will not do something like this so flagrantly as that.
Ninoy Aquino was shot by a man posing as an airport worker. Mr. Aquino had been warned his life might be in danger if he returned to Manila. He had gone back to prepare for elections planned for next year.
It may be foolish, but why should it be foolish? I'm only one. If I die, then I die, and there's only one to suffer. But so long as each one of us will be willing to take on the struggle, even if I am in prison, even if I die in prison, so long as you will continue the struggle and carry the torch, then I think we will have a better Philippines rather than have one carrying the torch, we'll have many. One wrong does not right another wrong.
The Ninoy Aquino Monument is a bronze sculpture fabricated by Peter de Guzman and conceptualized by Guillermo Valentino. He was arrested on September 23, 1972 for opposing the dictatorship of Ferdinand Marcos and incarcerated for almost 8 years.
Ninoy Aquino was assassinated in 1983 at the Manila International Airport just moments after he arrived.
Because of his heroism, the monument was built in one of the busiest corner streets in the Philippines, Ayala Avenue, corner Paseo de Rojas, replacing the previous monument that now sits in Tarlac. Patriot, public servant, martyr, a man in a hurry, Korean War correspondent at 17, youngest mayor at 22, governor at 29, and youngest senator at 35.
Built on the southern point of the Ayala Triangle, it was built in an area where pro-democracy rallies took place in 1980 and 1990s and reminds us of what our country has endured.
The Ninoy Aquino Monument depicted the last moment of his life.
Ninoy is standing with two bodyguards who are holding him, as if hiding from Ninoy's back, plausibly because they are afraid to fight. The fearless Ninoy stood proud for democracy.
Reading his annihilation in the eyes of his military escorts, he yet followed them to certain death, answering his own question, is the Filipino worth dying for?
I returned from exile to an uncertain future, with only determination and faith to offer, faith in our people and faith in God.
Ninoy Aquino statue reminds me that our freedom had to come with a price, and looking at our history of being colonized, it reminds us that even until the 1980s, we still had to keep fighting for our freedom. And it's just nice to see us commemorate his efforts during that time, that we still see it today every time we pass that area.
I think that Ninoy Aquino statue helps the younger generation know more about Ninoy Aquino and what our parents had to go through before. And being a Chinese Filipino helps, I'm more connected to my Chinese roots, so seeing this statue almost every day helps me know more about the Filipino history and helps me connect to my Filipino roots. Go.
I think the whole embodiment of the statue is actually quite ironic, you know, to make a monument of a man who's being arrested. It's not something you see every day, especially with monuments or with statues. And I think it's quite an iconic statue. It's very rare to see something like that, and I think it's quite beautiful. It is a very beautiful statue, if you ask me.
So, the statue of Ninoy Aquino in Ayala, well, that actually brings a lot of memories. When my dad told me the stories of Marcos and how there would be dead bodies around their house in Mandaluyong, it was really traumatizing for them to go through that. But then the symbolism that it brought to us was that there was hope for us, and he was able to come through with everything, even though he died in the process. And I think it's really important for us and for the future generations to see it and to be able to know the story of what he's done for us, even though he died for us, actually.